What is up, y'all? It is Prime Anon back with another sports video with the one, the only, transsexual himself, Monroe. And
Oh yeah.
today, we will be looking at the first round of the NBA draft. And we might get some second round picks in there too, because, we are recording this on the night of. Because we want to get this content to you as fast as possible. So, yeah, anything you want to say, Monroe?
No, let's just get into the reviewing of the picks.
And this won't be, every pick, This is just going to be like things we liked and things we didn't like. So, first off, the Timberwolves drafted the one, the only, Anthony Edwards.
Right. What he said before the draft, a little questionable about how he doesn't even like basketball and he hates to watch it. Giving me Andrew Wiggins vibes right there, but I think he can still be good and help the Timberwolves at least get the third seed in the future. Not this season. Definitely not this season. But their ceiling is the third seed in the West. That's what I'm saying.
That's pretty bold prediction there. I would say that, yeah, most of us knew Anthony Edwards would go to the Timberwolves. It just seemed like the most logical pick. Yes, the comments earlier are very concerning to me. That seems like a low work ethic, and that would not fly on the Miami Heat, that's for sure. And that brings me questions just about, if he's really committed or if he's just trying to get the bag and dip.
Yeah. That is something Andrew Wiggins did. Got the bag and dipped out of freaking Minnesota. Screwed them over. Man, do I hate that guy.
He's vibing in California now, so.
Yeah, but
Speaking of California, the Warriors drafted James Wiseman. And I'd say this is another predictable one, more or less.
I think it's a great pick. In my personal opinion, the only players that I think are going to be good that come out of this draft are Wiseman, Okongwu, and maybe Anthony Edwards. That's about it. And Wiseman, I think, is going to be the best out of them. He is insane to me. His athleticism at 7'1"?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure 200 something. It's insane. And the ability he has to block shots is insane. I mean, he's a dominant big, which is just what the Warriors need and what they've needed for a while, even though they haven't really needed anything. But that has been their weakest spot every championship run they've had. And he fills that spot perfectly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you here. Short of trading the second overall pick for a center such as Rudy Gobert, Joel Embiid if he was hypothetically available, I really like this pick. The one thing I'm kind of sus on is he didn't play many college games at all due to the, Penny Hardaway bought him over in Memphis or whatever.
Yeah.
So, it's really not concerned. The dude just wanted to make some money. I really can't fault him for that. Not a huge concern for me, but I would have liked to see him play more games before we picked him this high. Or, not before we did, before the Warriors did. I'm not a Warriors fan.
If you were a Warriors fan, I wouldn't be your friend.
Yes. Wow. Number 3, LaMelo Ball to the Charlotte Hornets.
I think he could be good. He definitely has a lot of potential being, 6'8"?
6'8", 6'7".
With his abilities at 6'8", LeBron abilities that, I mean, really nobody has LeBron abilities since he's the best player of all time. There's no question about that. But, anyways, I just think the only reason he's going to be bad is because he's in Charlotte, and my Lord, have they had trouble with, okay, Kemba, yeah, but, they can't put talent around good players. And we saw that with Kemba, and really nobody else has been good in Charlotte. And why is that? Because it's Charlotte. They're an awful franchise, and I think he's just cursed. He's just bound to be bad in Charlotte.
Yeah, his playmaking abilities, that's one of the few things that excites me about him. I'm not a huge fan of the Ball family. LiAngelo Ball, I got beef with him. Dude, you shoplifted in China. Your family is rich. I'm sorry, but why? Just pay the poor
I like
Chinese
Lamar,
dudes.
though.
LeVar, he is hilarious. Um, yeah, that's about it with him. Lonzo Ball, he just kind of ignores his family. I feel like he's just trying to put his nose down and do hard work, which is good. And LaMelo, I mean, I'm fine with LaMelo. He has playmaking, but that's about it for me. Yeah, LeBron would be a good comparison. Well, not a great comparison, but in terms of a small forward that can play make, yeah.
Well,
Patrick
Lamelo's going to play point guard, right?
Devontae Graham.
He might. Yeah. Okay. Well, they have Rozier, Devontae, and okay, you might be right. Actually, he
Yeah,
has the size.
he has the size.
I'd trade Rozier because I hate him, but
Man,
yeah,
that might be one of the worst contracts. Next up,
yeah, it's
Patrick
all
Williams to the Bulls. I don't know too much about
shocker.
Patrick Williams. You want to
I
handle
don't
this one?
either.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all I do know is that he averaged 9 points. I'm not taking a guy that averages 9 points in college with the fourth overall pick unless his defensive upside is just Hakeem Olajuwon level. It's insane to me that they took him with the fourth pick. They could have easily had Isaac Okoro, who probably is going to be better than Patrick Williams, but I don't know. Um, he's a great defender, but he can score better than Patrick Williams is the thing, and because we all see that Patrick Williams freaking averaged 9 points in college, it's just stupid. But hey, everybody, I've heard he might be the next Kawhi. So what am I or who am I to say that he's going to be awful?
I mean, I really don't think scoring is the issue over in
That is
Chicago.
true. They do have Kobe and Zach.
Kobe and Zach, yeah. The thing that does confuse me slightly, however, is he's a small forward, correct?
Yeah,
Otto Porter Jr. plays for Chicago, right? Or is he in Washington? I know
yeah.
he's in one of those teams.
No. He's Chicago.
Still in
They
Chicago?
might try and ship that contract out because
Yeah,
golly, it's awful.
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that did slightly confuse me, but if they ship it out, I mean the pick, I don't know much about the dude, so I can't judge him. I use March Madness to get accustomed to all these future guys. So yeah, Isaac Okoro to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh boy, this is an interesting one.
Okay, can somebody please tell the Cavs stop drafting guards? Like, oh my gosh, man! It's been 3 years in a row now. You know, Colin Sexton, beast, love that guy. He's amazing. Darius Garland sucks. Isaac Okoro is literally going to be Justice Winslow, and everybody knows it. He plays exactly like Justice. And yes, I know I said he'd probably be better than Patrick Williams. But that's because Patrick Williams averaged 9 points. Isaac is not even going to average 12 in the NBA. I'm guaranteeing it. He is only good at defense and slashing. And that's why he would have been a perfect fit with the Hawks because they would have only used him for defense. But of course, they take a stupid pick and waste Onyeka, but we'll get to that. The Cavs need to stop taking guards. They might put him at small forward, but and go small ball with Garland at the point, Sexton at the two, and Okoro at the three. But then again, you have Kevin Love and Drummond, so I guess you really can't go small ball. So I don't know what they're trying to do over there. Ever since LeBron left, they've just sucked. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all I
what
have to say.
concerns me for Cleveland, not necessarily about the draft, but just in general, is they've got this weird vibe between rebuilding and trying to contend. I mean, Andre Drummond and Kevin Love, say what you want about Andre Drummond, but the dude averages like what, 20 boards a
Yeah,
night?
he's a great rebounder,
Great
but he's
rebounder.
good at nothing else.
Exactly, but you can still find a role for that somewhere on a contender. The Warriors, I mean,
Right. Yeah, the Warriors would be a perfect fit for
same with Kevin
Drummond.
Love. You can find a place for him on any place. I mean, a big man that can shoot decently, that's valuable right there. In my opinion, they
Exactly.
should not have re-signed Kevin Love after LeBron left, especially not to the contract that he has. It just doesn't make sense. They're stuck between rebuilding and trying to contend, and just drafting guards every year just does not work. I mean, It looks like they drafted Kyrie, got lucky with him one year, and just said guard good for every past draft.
Exactly. It's just stupid that what they're trying to do over there. If they're trying to implement, like, not implement, if they're trying to copy the Trailblazers and, like, have a two guard system with, like, how they do over there with Lillard and McCollum, it's not going to work. Darius Garland is not good at all. We've seen that from his rookie year. Super inefficient guy. They just need to not try and do that.
So the Hawks, I know you're going to have a lot to say about this one.
I don't really have a lot to say, but like, I love Onyeka. I think he's gonna be amazing. But like, why the crap are we? Why Atlanta? Why when you have Capella, who's actually not even bad and a pretty good fit next to Trey? Why are we taking Onyeka Okongwu when? I mean, Capella and him are pretty much the same player, but we all know Onyeka is going to be way better. Like, at least I don't even know. Like, I don't have a lot to say because it's just a shocker that they. I mean, yeah, maybe you try and ship Capella somewhere, but I don't really know if he has a lot of value. Without a point guard like Chris Paul on his team, because that's the only time he's really ever been good. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Hawks.
Yeah, I don't see how this works unless they plan on, bringing one of them off the bench, and even then, it just doesn't make much sense to me. I feel like there are better players that they could have drafted fit-wise, talent-wise. He's probably the best guy on the board, I'd say.
Yeah, easily best guy on the board. They could have drafted Obi right there.
Yeah.
Oh no, they have John Collins. Never mind.
They could
John
play small
Collins
ball.
is such a beast.
Speaking of Obi, he got picked at number 8 to the Knicks. How you feel about that one?
You know, the Knicks and their can't even say that in the video. The Knicks have an obsession with power forwards.
Yes.
They signed Bobby Portis, Taj Gibson, and Julius Randle in the same offseason. Now they're drafting Obi Toppin. I mean, what are you doing, New York? I know you're like the worst franchise in the NBA right now, but gosh, think smart. At least you have Elfrid freaking Payton as your starting point guard. You could have at least drafted freaking Tyrese Halliburton, who's a beast. Or at least, tried on Denny Avdia, even though I know he's going to be bad. But it makes no sense to me that y'all keep drafting power forwards. And I know you're probably never going to see this, but you really need to, because whatever you're doing over there in New York with the 4 power forwards on your team just makes no sense. That's why y'all suck.
Yeah, I basically agree with everything he said. For Obi, it was his like childhood team. I'm sure he has big dreams of turning around and leading the Knicks back to their former glory. But he's probably going to get buried behind Taj Gibson and Bobby Portis on the depth chart, so I kind of feel bad for the man.
I don't know, dude. Bobby Portis and Taj, he's not too bad.
Taj is all
Bobby
right.
Portis is bad.
Yes.
So I think Obi. They need to get trash Julius Randle out of there too. I just don't get what he's doing with his game. Like, he only wants to work on his mid range. He never wants to work on
Defense.
spacing the floor and defense. Yes, Colin. I'm telling you, Bobby Portis might be the worst. Not Bobby. Yeah, Bobby Portis might be the worst defender in the NBA.
With
And then
Julius
right
Randle at
behind
close
him,
second.
it's Julius Randle.
Yep.
As a big man, I'm saying, not as a guard. You have Kobe White there, but yeah, it just makes no sense to me, and it's stupid. And the Knicks are stupid.
So next up, we have a surprise pick, in my opinion at least. At number 10, the Suns drafted Jalen Smith.
Okay, I'll give the Suns this because they don't really need another position other than small. Well, they don't
Macau.
even really need small forward. Yeah, Mikel's pretty good. Power forward, they've got Dario.
I think he's
Did
still there.
Dario? Okay, they have Dario and he. That's it, right?
Pretty sure. No one else comes to mind.
Dario's pretty good, but you know, I don't really know too much about Jalen Smith. He can shoot, right, Colin?
Um, he could not shoot his freshman year. His sophomore year, he improved to 35%, I believe. So he's
See,
pretty good for a power forward.
yeah, that's good. If he can improve that well, if he can improve his 3-point shot that well, that's that's a good sign for the Suns. And like, I think he fit. I mean, yeah, I don't really have anything to say about this because I don't really know Jalen Smith. So, I mean, they drafted for fit. It seems
Yes,
like,
that is
and
obvious.
and they know they're going to make the playoffs. So, yeah, I guess that's what they're trying to do. They don't
Um,
want to develop a player.
to me, it's another one of those teams that has a weird mix of veterans and young guys, like the Cavs. However, unlike the Cavs, it appears to be done right this time with
Facts.
veterans that will actually make a sizable impact on the team and can like mentor young guys. And they have fit instead of having 3 point guards with Dylan Windler as your starting small forward. So
Well, he always wins Rookie of the Year in 2K.
yeah, with what, point 2 points?
Yes.
So next up, I'm going to talk about a guy that I know you are very close to as a
That
Alabama
was a
fan.
car.
Yep, Kyra Lewis, 13th to the Pelicans. How do you feel?
I actually think it's a great fit. You know, if he
Despite them
improves
having
his
Lonzo?
3-point shot, oh my gosh, they're going to be insane. I'm telling you, he's going to be better than Lonzo. I know it. He's faster than Lonzo. He just fits their system so well with Zion. I mean, they're going to be running all over teams. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be insane. The alley oops that are going to be thrown in New Orleans are going to be better than the Lob City alley oops. I mean, their fast break is going to be better than the old Lakers fast break. It's just going to be amazing. It's going to be a beauty to watch. You're going to get. I can't even say that, but I'm telling you, they're going to be good. And Kyra, great fit.
Yeah, I think Lonzo Ball might be one of those guys that we need to watch out for on the trade alerts.
Yep.
Might be one of those surprise ones that you don't see coming. But yeah, I definitely think that we need to watch out for that. They might run into the season with both of them because I'm not entirely sure who their backup point guard is currently.
Um, it's remember they have Eric Bledsoe and George Hill.
Oh, I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, I'm assuming those guys get
Actually,
traded now.
no, because
I think
did that trade go through? Like, because
that was for
Bogdanovich
Drew, right?
opted out of his. Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
was for
yeah.
Drew.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
one
yeah.
went through.
Sorry.
Yeah, the Pelicans, another one of those weird teams that have, a mixture of veterans and younger guys. I'm not entirely sure if they're ready to contend on the level of the Suns, but give it a year or two, and I think they'll definitely be up there.
Yeah, I just don't really understand like what they're gonna do with Bledsoe and Hill. They might try and get Bledsoe out of there because that. I mean, that's what I'd do, but I don't know. I'm not an NBA team.
Yeah.